So thank you very much for taking the time this afternoon to allow Stags HTV to come in and see what you do here at the Academy. Obviously, Kelly, we've got Anthony here. Could you please tell us your roles as part of the Academy?
So I'm the Academy Manager and Anthony is the Head Football Coach.
Which makes Kelly my boss. So
Your
we'll put that one out there. So my role is everything along the footballing side. Obviously the footballing philosophy, which adheres very much to the first team. I think it's very important when we're creating something like this, and when me and Kelly sat down in the summer, that we have something that's a pathway to the first team. We're big believers in young players. I mean, you've seen that last year, this year, and years gone by with the young players that have come through, and it's a fantastic pathway. And especially with someone like Kelly, who's doing such a fantastic job in her first year in the role, she's getting everything right behind the scenes to just the most minutest of details. My role, it's everything from a footballing perspective. So it's looking at the player on the pitch, looking at the player off the pitch, looking at them within all the four corners. I mean, technically, tactically, psychologically, physically, and trying to make them the best them.
And Kelly, do you want to give us a little bit more about what you do?
So pretty much just foresee both on the pitch and in the classroom. So obviously, as Anthony said, that's his domain out there on the pitch. So I'll either be just watching the sessions, taking photos of the sessions, sometimes getting involved in it. And then once the boys and girls come up to class, I don't do any tutoring. We have a tutor that comes in that does all the classes. We have different tutors depending on whether it's retakes, GCSEs in English, or GCSEs Maths and English, or their actual BTEC. So we've got numerous different tutors that come in, so I'm in the classroom with them, not 24/7, I'm in and out sometimes I just let them get on with class, other times I'm there just supporting the tutors depending on what class they're doing.
Okay. Obviously this is the first year of the Academy. How's it going?
Fire away, Academy Manager. What do you think? What's worked, what hasn't worked?
I think it's been very successful. We set this up very late in the game, so in terms of numbers, we're smaller numbers, but I mean we've had no problems with games or anything like that. Some of them have to play 90 minutes, no subs. Some depending on people can't make it for various reasons. Nevertheless, small numbers, but it's been a success. I don't think there's been. I was talking before, and I don't think there's been any setbacks that we can actually say, learn from. Obviously, there's a lot we can learn from so far, but it's been successful apart from a few losses here and there. But yeah, we started probably a month before class started. That was when the recruitment began. So schools had finished, so we couldn't approach the schools. Everyone was out for summer. Everyone in year 11 going into year 12 had already made their decision. So it was a difficult recruitment process for this year, but we managed to get our 15, and that was our target. So
the recruitment side of things is obviously the biggest part, because once you've got the kids on the course, and that's how the program is then expanded, developed, and it goes to the next stage. But I think the core of kids that we have got are very special individuals, all of them. I mean, they've all got great qualities about them, and it's been great working with them and getting to know them as people and the way that they work. And I mean, it's been a learning curve for both of us. I think obviously I've worked in academy football myself at Chelsea, at Millwall, at Fulham, so I've got a lot of experience in the coaching side of things. But where Kelly has actually helped me, which is the bits where I need to improve on, is obviously the classroom side and looking at the other aspects and how an academy is run. It's actually helped develop me as well as a person.
Well, one thing I've spotted just in the couple of hours that I've been down here is the camaraderie you've got between you. And obviously you must bounce off each other on certain days. What's it like working in a happy environment?
I think it means everything. I think that the environment created around the football club is so important. Everyone keeps the faith within the process, and everyone understands the pathway that we're taking, and that. But the whole makeup of it makes it so special. When you've got the girls training one side, we'll say the ladies training one side, I didn't mean it, so apologies. Our ladies, far more mature than us men anyway. So you've got the ladies one side, the men the other side. Again, shows the closeness straight away. We train on the same nights, the same football pitch. And you got the best player in the league in Kelly here. I mean, she's already 31 goals, is it? 31, not bad statistically. 11 wins out of 11 for the ladies.
Yeah.
So there you go. So I know what's
Knows
going
his
on.
stuff.
He knows his
11
stats.
out of 11,
Impressed.
31 goals. They're absolutely flying. And I think it's important when we speak about those relationships.
On to the entry level to get into the academy. What does that entail?
So we need the entry requirements of 5 GCSEs that include passes, so A to C, which is now numbers based, so 4+, including maths and English apparently, which include maths and English. Now this doesn't mean if you don't get those 5 or if you don't get maths and English that you're not eligible for the academy. We can work around that. We do retakes for maths and English. It's not flexible, but we look after if somebody comes in and they haven't got the exact qualifications, we work around how we can enable them to be on the programme even though they haven't got those exact qualifications.
Big one, I suppose. How's it funded?
It's government funded because it's education, so you know we get funded per student, and that pretty much covers what we need to rent this amazing facility out, and obviously the classroom behind you guys. So yeah, for the students we have now, we're able to just pretty much get by coming in and going back out to the club, which is absolutely fine for us now. I mean, we're not here for this current year, we're here to build the programme, not just for 1 year, not just for 3 years, it's for the future.
Yeah,
so it's,
100%.
you know, it's that side of things is tough right now, but to be honest, we know where it's going, and we spoke about it before we set it up. Is it worth it? And well, yeah, it is, because it's not about the money, it's about the progress of the kids. Now we currently have 2 girls that are in 2 girls that are part of the academy. We've just actually recruited one other girl who's doing a traineeship starting in January. So now 2 girls there in the ladies first team, and then we have a couple of players. Well, our goalkeeper Elgi, who currently has trained and played with the first team, and then
2 appearances.
Two appearances.
One FA trophy and 1 league.
And then we've got another player who's trained, and there's just opportunities there for both teams. The link is kind of the academy is the link between the ladies first team and the senior team.
Right.
And I think that's what we want to build at the moment. There's a couple in the ladies first team and a couple in the senior team.
Yeah.
But the aim is to increase that number. We're recruiting for next year, so September 2019. The guys we have now, guys and girls we have now, they'll be in their second year BTEC. Next year we'll be recruiting our first year intake, so obviously we'll have 2 classes next year, first year and second years. We're also starting up in September 2019 a university programme, so it'll be the Walton Casuals University Academy.
Wow, that's impressive.
So the football will be interlinked with the BTEC Academy, but so it'll be a university programme, and we're looking to get partnerships or relationships with different clubs around the area, because I don't think anyone in this area run that kind of programme where the players can come and do their education here but also still play for their club and do their work experience at their club. So it's not a poaching thing where we're taking players away. It's really just providing them the education so that they can still stay within their club that they've probably grown up through.
Fantastic.
So that's one option once they finish here at BTEC. Another option is through my own company called Global Dreams. So we basically provide university scholarships to students, or the opportunity to gain a university scholarship, whether it's football, well it will be football, but whether it's part football, part education, or just 100% football scholarship, but it's just giving them another pathway to take. So you've either got the university programme here with us, so you stay with us on the programme, or university in America, and then obviously the third pathway is the football pathway.
It must be so nice to see the youth, the academy players actually already pushing their way into the teams.
I mean, I've had the opportunity to work with Sarah out there, and she's also played in one of the college games as well,
Right.
which she's a technically very comfortable football player, isn't she? She's very comfortable with the football, and I've had my experience myself working in girls football. I think everyone is aware that I was the academy manager of Chelsea and worked with the ladies for period of time, and have seen international footballers. I've seen the likes of Enia Luco, Casey Stoney, Siobhan Chamberlain, Claire Rafferty, like Gilly Flaherty. I've seen that level, and I know what that level is, and she's a talent. She's a talent, and she's someone that's grown within the right environment, around the right people, that I think have brought the the best out of her, and you can see the best is coming out of her as an individual. I mean, I've seen a couple of games this year, and I've seen a couple of the girls' games, and she's been so unlucky with injury, but now she's starting to get, after speaking to Chris and speaking with you, Kels, she's fit, and we're starting to see the best of her. And then Elgie,
is that his nickname, the machine?
Yeah,
Big Algorian.
I don't think there's. I mean, that young man can go where he wants to go, and he can go and achieve what he wants to achieve. He's a 19-year-old driven goalkeeper who takes a lot of ownership and responsibility for his own game. He's worked extremely hard, and we're giving him the resources to try and better his game here, which is so important for us to be providing him with that. And from the education side as well, where he's had to work even harder at it, gives him that focus which you've been at. I'm not just saying it, been brilliant with him this year, Kel's managing him.
Thank you very much for your time, guys, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Oh,